Well, back again, back again. And today is Saturday, but still, it is indeed the Friday fix. Better late than never, right? Anyway, this is the 54th episode, and our topic of interest today is, yep, can you guess? I bet you fucking can. It is indeed this climate change. Hip hip hooray, right? This is a photo that came out, I think, from Greece. The guy standing on his roof as the world burns around him. Sounds familiar, I bet. I also seen this one. A classic. This guy, he must have been out fishing for his supper. Then all of a sudden, the water was gone. Climate change is here. It's time to act. Whose fault is it? Well, it looks like it's ours, but it fucking ain't. This climate change is a major part of the Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals. It's for our good? Sure. It is number 13 on the agenda, climate action, with, the globe earth in the all-seeing eye, right? You couldn't fucking make it up. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Right, because up until a certain point, the climate, it had never changed. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, here is some of the very latest in terms of the climate deception. Let's get straight into it. The Bill Gates Guardian, 8 hours ago. Reduce methane or face climate catastrophe. Dun, dun, dun. Scientists warn. Right, these good old scientists keeping us right, keeping us safe. Yeah. Scientific American, 57 minutes ago. This was on Friday, by the way. Climate change is hitting farmers hard. Right. I wonder why this could be. Nothing to do with the collapse of the infrastructure and, of course, the continuous spraying on the crops and from the sky. The Bill Gates Guardian again, 1 day ago. Our leaders look climate change in the eyes and shrug. They don't care. There's nothing they can do. But the game has to change. And at some point, decisions will be made. Look out for it. Again, the Bill Gates Guardian. Climate crisis. Scientists spot warning signs of Gulf Stream collapse. Oh dear. Climate scientists have detected warning signs of the collapse of the Gulf Stream, one of the planet's main potential tipping points. So it is a code red for one of the planet's main tipping points. Like we have said, eventually they will say we are at a point of no return. Action must be taken, right? Cue Bill Rockefeller. Such an event would have catastrophic consequences around the world, severely disrupting the rains that billions of people depend on for food in India, South America and West Africa, increasing storms and lowering temperatures in Europe. Right, and pushing up the sea level of Eastern North America. Right, it would also further endanger the Amazon rainforest and, of course, who could forget the Antarctic ice sheets. Right. This one, expect to hear more from it. Right? The ball is in motion, if you like. It has been kicked. And eventually, shit is going to change. And it ain't gonna be for the better. That is for sure. The Times, 15 hours ago. Here are the insects heading to Britain thanks to climate change. Good old climate change has now got insects from around the world packing their bags and rushing to the airport to book the next flight to the UK. Look out for it. Penguins, would you Adam and Eve it? They have been tied in with the climate change agenda since the very beginning. What have they been saying now? Well, news round 1 day ago. Climate change. Emperor penguins could be extinct by 2100. Oh dear. Quick, run for the hills. Quick, switch off your heating. Quick, switch off everything and don't eat meat. Yeah, let's go with that. NBC News, 18 hours ago. Clean energy conundrum. AC units contribute to climate change. Oh dear. Of course, it's only a matter of time before they come out and say the houses that we know and love are not fit for purpose. They are not carbon neutral enough. Knock them down. Look out for it. Planning resource, 21 hours ago. Why NPPF climate change revisions could limit councils' options. Right, so the NPPF are going to limit what your local council can and cannot do. I wonder where it's all going. Well, recent changes to the National Planning Policy Framework intended to tackle climate change. They're going to tackle the weather? Right. Put the onus on councils to concentrate new housing in larger settlements. Right. Now we are beginning to see where it's all going. Yep. The future is smart cities. They don't want anyone living anywhere else except their smart fucking city. Look out for it. The Financial Times, 2 days ago. Fire and floods. Can science link extreme weather to climate change? Because that's what they want, right? They want to blame everything on climate change. Is climate change to blame? To the casual observer, the flurry of extreme weather events over the past 2 months can feel like the obvious consequences of rising average temperatures. Sure, and something that many scientists have been warning about for years. Of course they have. They've been warning us, conditioning us for what they have in store. So, can science find a blame for this extreme weather? Well, yet establishing a direct causal link between an individual case of flood, fire, or storm and the broader climate is an evolving science and something that is still desperately hard to do in practice. Yep, they cannot prove it. They cannot link that climate change is behind the floods, the fires, the storms. That's because it fucking ain't. Look up what's going on in our skies. What have they been doing for fucking decades? Spraying and spraying and fucking spraying. AP News 22 minutes ago. Thousands flee fires in Greece and Turkey. Some rescued by sea. Right, so in Turkey and in Greece, as we speak, it is basically on flames. That's what they're saying. But why? Well, Greece PM even blames devastating wildfires on, yep, climate change. Of course. I wonder what they blamed wildfires on before we had climate change? I don't know. It's anyone's guess, right? The Financial Times again, 2 days ago. Political inaction is dragging the UK deeper into the climate crisis. Dun, dun, dun. These politicians, what are they good for? Absolutely fucking nothing. But expect to hear more from these politicians who are here to protect us? Yeah, let's go with that one. Anyway, we will leave the climate agenda for the time being. But yeah, without a doubt, it will be back. It ain't going away, and they are upping it big time. So, we may touch on it in another 2 weeks' time. But now, the then previously fought syndrome roundup. Has it continued? Has the deception ended? Well, the answer is no. Let's get straight into it. The Bill Gates Guardian, 1 day ago, alcohol linked to more cancers than thought. Study finds. Shock, fucking horror. Who'd have thought it, right? This is staggering news. I almost fell off my chair. Yeah. Consuming alcohol increases the risk of getting more cancers than previously thought. According to a new major study, which also found that drinking coffee protects against liver cancer. Hip hip fucking hooray, right? 3 cheers for coffee. Yeah, but what else does coffee do to you? But there you go. Who'd have thought it? Alcohol causing cancers. Yep, massive surprise, that one. Smithsonian, 1 day ago. Machu Picchu is older than previously thought. And they have been radiocarbon dating Machu Picchu. And yep, they know nothing about it. Ain't that a surprise? Machu Picchu, the breathtaking mountainside settlement in southern Peru, is sometimes mistakenly referred to as the lost city of the Inca, right? But they don't know very much about it. You have to ask yourself, do they know anything about fucking anything? The answer is no, they don't. It is all manipulated fairy tales, straight up. New research indicates that the Inca settlement was in continuous use from at least 1420 to 1530. That's years, not time, right? As in the time of day. But there you go. Once again, the fairy tale of Machu Picchu takes another turn. And it always will. Look out for it in about 5 years' time. It will change again. NL Times, 7 hours ago. More flights with COVID positive passengers than previously thought. It looks like the air industry is on its way down, if you pardon the pun. We have called this from the very beginning. Eventually, none of the masses will be flying. I shit you not. CNN, Wednesday, August the 4th. Floods are getting worse, and the number of people exposed is 10 times higher than previously thought. Study finds. Hip hip hooray for studies. Where would we be without these studies that we ask them? No, that they carry out anyway, right? Where would we be without them? I think we would be lost. Yeah, let's go with that. The press stories 3 days ago. Neanderthals probably had more artistic sense than previously thought. Yep, the Neanderthals continues to change throughout. It is indeed another fairy tale, just like evolution. It is indeed a fairy tale, straight up. Courthouse News Service 2 days ago. Combination of agriculture chemicals kills more bees than... Yep, you fucking guessed it. Previously thought. Shock fucking horror. 20,000 species of bees together pollinate 85% of food and crops globally. So far, 1 in 6 species has gone extinct, with major factors including pesticide use and loss of habitat. Yep, and add to that the continuous and decades of spraying in our skies. You know, once the bees go, we won't be far behind them. I think someone said that when the bees die, humans have about 5 years, and then we will be finished. The bees are a huge part of the food chain, but they have an answer. They are already creating drone bees. Hip hip hooray. But of course, a drone bee will go where you tell it to go. Right? You can see where it's heading. They will only pollinate in areas that are considered smart settlements or smart cities. Rural areas will be starved out. Right? You can see the agenda in full fucking swing. Sticking with the syndrome, Convid, back in the syndrome. Would you believe it? CDC recommends indoor masking. Huh? Finds Delta variant more dangerous than previously thought. Shock fucking horror. The syndrome in all her glory. Anyway, that is the Syndrome Roundup for the 54th episode of the Friday Fix. Now, we will have a look at some other news, right? So, what's been happening? Well, the Bill Gates Guardian, 23 hours ago. Champagne moment as supernova captured in detail for the first time. Right, good old NASA have caught it. What, on video? I doubt it very much. BBC, 15 hours ago. How Delta threatens a prized zero COVID strategy. So, in China, they are going for a zero COVID strategy. How is that going to work? Of course, it won't. This Jennifer dude from, I think it's Friends, this massive TV series that was in the 90s, I think. It still gets played today. My wife is a big fan of it. Anyway, what has this dude been saying? Jennifer Aniston explains cutting off unvaccinated friends. Right. How can she call them friends if she is cutting them off for deciding not to be inoculated with the latest gene therapy? You can see what it's all about, clearly. The UK government 2 days ago, employers named and shamed for paying less than minimum wage. Right, you would kind of think that's good, but what's next to be named and shamed? Employers who are not forcing the wearing of masks? Look out for it. The BBC 6 hours ago, energy bills to rise by at least £139 for millions of households in the UK. Yep, the Energy Hunger Games Society. That's what it's going to be like. Shit is heating up, if you pardon the pun. Anyway, we will leave it there for today. I will be back again on Sunday, and it will be with artificially inducing immunity, and it will be a vaccine update, or what they call a vaccine, right? But it fucking ain't. It's far, far from it. So it won't be on YouTube. It will be on Odyssey and BitChute. I have seen BitChute at the moment, unfortunately, censoring some people. We did say a while back that BitChute had been looking a bit YouTube-ish. So, is the BitChute boat sinking? Just like YouTube. Look out for it. Anyway, I will leave you with a clip of Bill Rockefeller. A massive thank you, as always, to everyone who watches and engages, whether it be on YouTube, Odyssey, BitChute, and of course, Spreaker, where we now have live and not complying Tuesday and Thursday night. I will link all of them in, so if you're not there, check them out. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Get out there, have fun, do not comply. And that is about it. Bye-bye.
I think an epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused, is the most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths. The paradigmatic examples are smallpox for an intentionally caused thing. There was a simulation called Dark Winter that didn't come out very well, i.e. smallpox scored 1 and humanity scored 0. We need to do simulations. Germ games, not war games. So that we see where the holes are.
This matters going forward. We're in a live exercise here.
Intentionally caused is the most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths.